Good day, everybody. Matthew from Captive Audience Comics here. It's only been a couple of days since we did our last CGC unboxing. I did say in that video we had another box on the way back that would be arriving later this week, and that box came in last night. So we're going to do a quick unboxing of this one, make sure all of the slabs are in good shape, and talk about CGC grading related issues. Any new stuff that's come up. I did have an issue where CGC shipped back our ME books, which are mechanical error repair. So basically we had a book sent to CGC, it came back and there was a problem. It was cracked or the slab, really bad Newton rings or abrasions on the slab or the error in the label, whatever, something like that. Now, that's the responsibility of CGC to return ship to them to get fixed and to ship back to the client. And what CGC did was they included the ME books in our regular shipment of books they were sending back. Now, what this did was, of course, it adversely increased the size and the weight of the package that we had to pay for, and the value, which means we had a higher handling fee from FedEx. So I'm working with CGC to try to get that straightened out. So we'll see how it goes. Let's take a look and see what we have in this box. We have an Invincible number 8. This is the convention edition, the Savage Dragon and Shadow Hawk appearance one. It is the Virgin Ryan Ottley cover, signed by Ryan Ottley. So you see that? Very nice. Very cool cover, nice and clean, good signature placement. Slab appears to be in good condition. There is a very slight, I don't even want to call it an abrasion, but on the back, and this is not something that typically I would say they would ME. You probably won't even be able to see it on camera. See if I can get the light to reflect. Nah, it's so minor. Oh yeah, there it is. You can just see it in the blue. See this very, very slight mark in here. I see these a lot on CGC slabs, and I'm sure it's literally just because if this slab kind of sits up against anything, it's going to leave a little mark on it. As long as it doesn't affect the visual impact of the slab, CGC doesn't really consider them flaws. I've talked to them about this before. Spider-Man number 1. This is the silver edition, signed by Stan Lee and Todd McFarlane in a 9.8 signature verified signature series. A very cool book. Now, there are like a million copies of this book out. In fact, I was just going through a box from a collection that we got, and I don't know, I think there's like 40 copies of this book in there. We'll get some of them graded because the 9.8s are worth grading. Actually, I've recently, even the 9.6s are worth grading, but for sure the potential 9.8s. But probably not that many signed by Stan Lee and Todd McFarlane, so that's cool. Now, these ones here, probably people might wonder why why some of these got slabbed. So here's a Spider-Man 94 number 5 in a 9.8. And we have a second Spider-Man 94 number 5 in a 9.8. We had a client contact us, and they had just had a new baby, and what they wanted to do is they wanted to get some books graded that were of the same month that their child was born. They did that with their previous child, which I think is pretty cool. So they sent us a list. We helped them procure them. We were able to buy some from our local shop, and then we bought, We had to buy some from, I think we bought some from Cap Can, and we may have had to buy one from somebody else. An Uncanny X-Men 300 in a 9.8. Again, not a super uncommon book. Lots of copies of this, but with the foil and the thicker, almost like a square bound. I guess technically it probably is a square bound book, but hard to get those in 9.8s. So he had a bunch of books that he wanted graded that were all from the same month that his child was born, which was very cool. Oh, this is that's a big stack. I think it's kind of cool when people you can use, you know, comics to sort of commemorate times in their lives. I know I've cleaned and pressed lots of books for people that have sent along, like, you know, this was the first comic that my dad bought for me after we went fishing and things like that, which is pretty cool. X-Men 36. This is the foil newsstand edition in a 9.8. So it's got the foil in the stripe on the cover. Again, case looks good. Spirit of Vengeance, number 4, 9.8. Pretty cool cover. And if you see your books in here, you'll be getting, we'll be reaching out to you shortly to let you know what's back. And Aquaman number 3. Now this one is the, I'm afraid I'm going to pronounce this wrong, the Sowie variant cover. There you go, in a 9.8. Again, slab is in good shape. We have an X Factor number 24, origin and first appearance of Archangel, in a 9.8. You know, that's a book that, you know, previously you could have probably found in like dollar bins. Actually is decently valuable in the higher grades. We have a Uncanny X-Men 317. Again, this is one of those foil editions, first appearance of Blink, in a 9.8. I think there's also a gatefold comic as well. Gatefolds were really popular in the 90s. X-Men 188 wraparound cover in a 9.8. Let's see here. Amazing Spider-Man Annual 22, first appearance of Speedball, also a Daredevil and Kingpin appearance, in a 9.8 as well. I think we had a pretty good turnout for this this set of books. I think most of our stuff came back 9.8s, which is always nice. JSA Secret Files number 1. First appearance of the new Hawk Girl. Death of Wesley Dodds, and Nuklon becomes Atom Smasher. So some minor key appearances there in a 9.8. Green Lantern Corps Recharge number 1, Reforming of the Green Lantern Corps, in a 9.8. Now this one here, I'm gonna take a look at there is some abrasions on the cover. I'll take a closer look at that one after and just see how bad. You can kind of see from this bag, let's see if I can get you guys to see. Yeah, see these abrasion marks here on the plastic bag? This slab is fine, but that just shows how these things rub against each other. Another copy of the Aquaman 13. in a 9.8. The client wanted to get 2 graded copies of each, I believe, so they could have one they would keep in their collection and one they would hold on to and turn over to their child at a later date. Thanos, number 13, in a 9.8. Oh, I think this might be the only book in this batch that didn't come back at 9.8, and it's, I mean, would have been great if it did, but it's still a good book, and it probably should not have been a 9.8 anyways, but a Batman 423 in a 9.6, and it has a very tiny color breaking spine tick, like very, very tiny on the spine, so it probably never would have been a 9.8, and that's okay. That is still a great book. Spider-Woman number 37. First appearance of Siren, Theresa Cassidy, and some other miscellaneous appearances in a 9.8. Now, everyone's favorite book right now, Absolute Batman number 1. First print, 9.8. That is a big money book now. I mean, not like big money, like, you know, ASM number 1 or something like that. But in moderns, it's probably one of the best modern books right now. I just the book that we had in our last video, which was a convention edition of Absolute Batman number 1. We just sold for $300. Like, it sold like the day we listed it. So even like any of the variants, people are jumping all over. Flash Secret Files number 3, first appearance of Hunter Zolomon, who later becomes Zoom in a 9.8. Yeah, so basically pretty much any first print of Absolute Batman, even if it's a variant, it's gonna be worth something. This is the second copy of that Spirits of Violence number 4, 9.8. Doctor Strange number 2 from 2026, 9.8. Decent shape, extremely minor abrasion on the back. Oh, X Factor 92. So this is the first appearance of Access, but also the hologram cover in a 9.8. The holograms are always cool. They're always popular. They consistently sell. The error versions of the holograms, there's various error versions, are all worth decent amounts of money. Doctor Strange number 2, 9.8. And another cool one here. This is the Venom number 3 from 2018. First full appearance of Null. And we got the Queen in Black just released in a 9.8, which is very nice. So some cool books in there. We'll take a closer look at that one book. We'll see how bad the abrasions are, if we can buff them. We'll reach out to the customer and see if some people don't care about them. Some people are more sticklers for that, but we'll see how it goes. So thanks for hanging out with us. If any of these books are yours, we'll send you out your information shortly, and the rest of them will, if they are for us, I think some of these are, we'll get them up on the website probably this weekend. All right, have a great day. Ciao.